middle there.
Frank, how satisfying a day was that? It must have been very satisfying.
Yeah, I'm pleased. Finishes a period, international break coming, and the last international break we went into off the back of dropping 2 points against Sheffield United, which we have to take our own responsibility for. And today was the opposite. We're in pretty good form. Short-term form is good, and I wanted to finish strong. So that was the team talk to the players, and they carried that out. And it was a relatively comfortable afternoon in the end. A tough place to come if you're not at it. And I thought our performance was generally very good.
What pleased you most?
Well, I didn't think we started that great, to be fair, and what pleases you is when players stand up and have moments that give you a bit of control of a game. I mean, you talk about Tammy's first goal, incredible goal to get the purchase and the contact that he got on the ball to obviously get the goal, and then Mason steps up, and then I think in the second half getting over the disappointment of a couple of sloppy moments, which then seeps into the game, which we need to look at. We can't do that. We can't offer up opportunities for teams to get back into games, but. Other than that, generally, I thought we were comfortable. We managed the game well and saw it out, and possibly could have scored maybe one or two more.
Is that all about confidence? That goal, the confidence to do that.
Tammy. Yeah, I think so. I think it's confident. People you talk about when people are in good form, things happen for them, or they generally have moments. And for me, that comes for how Tammy has handled himself all season, from the early moments pre-season and the start of the season where people were questioning him in different ways. The work ethic behind the scene that gets him in such good nick that he's not just an incredible handful for defenders. He's running them, he's holding the ball up, he's controlling it, he's got good feet, he's getting his goals, which is brilliant for him.
It's been a brilliant week for him, isn't it? With England for his birthday, first Champions League goal.
Yeah.
Goes from strength to strength, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's great. And I trusted in Tammy at the start of the season. I felt it was his time to come back to Chelsea. I know people talk about the circumstance, but he also has Oli Giroud, who's a World Cup winner. He also has Batshuayi, who's a top-class Premier League striker, in my opinion, as well. And he's made the position his own in the short term. Now he has to keep that going because competition is key, and over the course of the season we'll need everybody. But he's deserved a great week. He's deserved a great start to the season that he's had, and I'll keep on him because I want more.
Is he all right? Did he come off?
Yeah, he's fine. He took a bang on the back of the knee, but I think he wanted a round of applause. So.
You talk about the things, the sloppy moments. I'm presuming you mean at the back there, Frank. Those are the things that I know you can go on the positive, but you have to work on those weaknesses as well. What concerns you most, really?
Well, the fact that we let someone stroll into our box to get the equaliser was a bit of misfortune in the end, but we switched off from a throw-in, which is we've talked about. And then we offered them up a chance at the end of the first half, which would have made the half-time much more nervy than what it was. So those moments, and to be fair, there will be a lot of weeks I'll sit here and say the boys at the back have been brilliant, and they have recently. But you can't afford to give little moments, and that's little pointers for all of us really, that we're not there. We're nowhere near the finished article at the minute. The benchmark is Liverpool and City, how they play. So we need to sort of cut out those little bits.
But does that give you encouragement in a way? You're not the finished article yet. You're still coming to places like this. You're winning 4-1, and the ingredients are there. It shows that there's a lot more to come, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sort of does, because when you see the little things that you feel are a bit negative, that means you've got standards, and the standards where you're trying to get to, and the players should feel that. We certainly remind them of that. And it can be a positive, as long as you're winning. You can come away at 4-1, it's much easier to analyse and look sometimes at those little negatives, even though they get glossed over. It's important that we don't, because they are the percentage, the part that we can really improve.
What did you make of Callum today?
Yeah, I thought we did well. Great assist for Tammy's goal, great ball. I thought his work rate was good. It was near me in the first half. His work rate of staying tight to the midfield and releasing himself to the full-back was all the things that I want from the wingers. And he had, could have got his goal, was looking to run behind people, got in behind quite a few times in the game where he can be lethal. And that's where I want him, as much as he can be. And he'll get better because he's had a serious injury. So it's the fitness has been a bit of an issue, and looking after him. And now he's showing that he's getting towards proper match fitness.
How are the England boys all together? The ones that, Mason, Tamori, and Tammy, are they, bonding well, good spirits and everything?
Yeah.
There's been much kind of jollity about, much encouragement from the other players?
Everything. The balance at the moment is good, and that needs to stay and improve. And that comes down to those boys. A lot of my mates, they came through together. It's nice for me. It's great in my position because the young players, when they've got the attitudes that they have got, it's great to coach because they want to improve all the time. But when the experienced players around them. And William was a standout one today, without a doubt for me. His work ethic off the ball, it was like almost like, you know, if you want how we talk to the wingers and what we want from off the ball, we could show them that video of what William did today. And his quality and burst of pace on the ball and what he can do. He's been, the last 4 or 5 games, I think he's been our best player. And that's a great thing to say when you've got players that are examples on the pitch around these young boys.
Right, guys, we're going to do 2 more, then we've got to go. Dan, and then we'll finish at the front there.
Frank, sorry for the change of tone on a really positive day on the pitch, off the pitch. Regrettably, more chance. We both had our names sung today, believe it or not. When they sung your name, it was a racist chant, and then immediately afterwards, they sung my name for opposing people who sing that chant. You must be very, very frustrated about this. It goes on.
Yeah, it does go on and on. I watched a game on TV yesterday where I heard similar stuff from other, you know, from other clubs, and none of us want it. I've said it before here, completely, and I will always back the Chelsea fans in terms of how they support us. But with things like that, then I'm very much with what your point is, that we don't want to have chant stuff that is discriminatory to anybody, anyone. And I think we all need to look at that. It's a wider problem than just Chelsea, without a doubt, but it shouldn't stop us talking about it, and I agree with you.
Okay, last question at the front then.
8 games in now, you're 2 points behind City. Where are you in terms of where you kind of expected you might be when you took the job?
Difficult question, because the expectations are hard to say coming in fresh, because we knew there were challenges, and then you can't always assess where everyone else is going to be and what might happen. And I feel we're a few points short of where we should have been on performance, and that's not saying bad luck. That's just self-critical. There are games we should have gained more points from, and that's on us. But I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy that we're in and around. You know, the group that obviously Liverpool are out on their own at the minute, but at this early stage we're in a nice position, and it should give us determination to go away and come back in the same vein, because the minute you relax in this league, it can all change very quickly. While we're on a nice feel, the reason we are playing well is because of how hard we're working and how together we are, and if we can keep going with that, then yeah, we'll be challenging right up there, I hope.
Great, thanks very much.
Thanks,
Good
all.
evening.
Thank you.
Cheers.